Hello, YouTube. This is Ryan, aka the Habitual Line Stepper, back at you with another video. I hope this video has found you well. If you are at peace, I hope you are preserving your peace. If you're not at peace, I hope you are relentlessly, aggressively, um, and actively pursuing your peace. Let's talk about investing in yourself. Do those things that are intangible and somewhat tangible to better yourself. Do something that's going to develop your mind, your body, and your spirit. Do something that's going to help you in the long run. Developing your mind by reading, having experiences that are beneficial to you, that's going to help you grow, help you develop, help you give a different perspective on life from what you have, that'll open your eyes up to opportunities that you did not think was going to be there because you had a certain mindset that this is the way the world is and this is the way it's going to react. When you open up your scope and you find out through experiences that there are different mindsets, different ways of thinking, different ways to live, different cultures, different beliefs. Not saying you subscribe to all those, but it opens up your mind that everybody does not necessarily think like you and move like you. Do those things that's going to open up your scope, because the more understanding that you have, the better it is to handle the problems that life throws at you. Because you'll realize that there's not always just one solution. Sometimes there's multiple solutions to a situation, multiple options. It gives you a better understanding of what is out there in terms of, like I said, opportunities. Now, one thing I'll say, you will have people out there who will have some pretty messed up perspectives on life, which is not a bad thing to observe. Because again, the more experiences you have with events, people, the more familiar you become with these things. And you learn how to handle people with that particular mindset or had that particular experience. It makes you a better, how can I say it? It makes you better reactionary. It makes you better proactive because you understand the situation. So when you're dealing with experiences and opening up your mindset to different things, you're benefiting yourself, you're fortifying yourself with this armor of knowledge and understanding, which enhances your peace. Because again, you know, once you've seen something before and you've experienced it and you understand it, you know whether or not it's good for you or bad for you. And if it's bad for you, you know not to engage with it. And if it's good for you, you want more of it, so you learn how to get more of it. But you learn these things, again, to open up your mindset. Everybody doesn't think like you. Some of us have some ignorant ideas in terms of how, of what we look at, how we view people and events and cultures. But when you open up your mindset and you get these experiences, your knowledge of self, it changes. Because you realize that sometimes if you are the kind of person who is progressive in their thoughts and in their growth, you're okay with changing your mindset with factual stuff. Some people, like I said, who are ignorant, they're willingly ignorant. But when you open up your mindset and you invest in ways that will give you experiences and knowledge, it will allow you to change those ignorant mindsets and free you up. It will provide a peace that, hey, you know what, this was ignorant. This was kind of holding me back because I limit myself based on these particular beliefs that were based on or erroneous information or emotion, which whenever you base anything on your emotion, 9 times out of 10, you know, there's little facts behind that emotion. It's just feelings. And it should always be facts over feelings. And some people, they said they can't deal with it. So invest in that. Invest in reading some books. Some of them particularly about you, the type of person you are, your culture. Get to know yourself. Get to know things about things that you aren't necessarily comfortable with. Certain questions that you have. Oftentimes they're in these books. There's a lot of information out there nowadays that will add to your life, will produce fruit in your life. But you have to be willing to read it. You have to be willing to open up your mind and say, you know what, I'm going to invest some time and I'm going to read these books. I'm going to learn something new. And when you're learning, it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, you're in school and taking a test or anything like that. You know, this is just you experiencing life. And through reading these books by these authors who had their own different experiences, at your leisure, you will be surprised how this will add to your knowledge and understanding of self and understanding of the things that's going on around you. Don't shut yourself off. Read something. And initially, it doesn't really matter. If you find it interesting enough, well, let me take that back. Because some people will read something like, you know, fantasy novels and things like that, which is fine. You can still learn something from it. But something historical, something current, modern, you know, certain concepts, be it financial concepts, be it health concepts, be it, you know, social concepts, you know, something that's going to teach you about the human experience. Those things add to your life. Because again, you're learning so much stuff about what's going on around you. It will help you navigate through this world a lot better. Give you better understanding, make you less frustrated. Now, when it comes to investing in yourself, you know, I'm the kind of person, I believe financial security. I'm just one of those guys. I think if you don't have to worry about that, you know, your finances, it really helps you with getting to understand other things. Give you time to see other things because you're not constantly worried about living paycheck to paycheck. You're not worried about emergency events that you don't have money for. You don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have enough money to attend this event. When you have when you have your finances under control, it frees you up a lot to explore things. Think about if you did not have to worry about anything financial, what else you can do in this life. I'm not saying even be rich. I'm saying not have to worry about debt, having some money that you have saved up that you don't have to touch, some money that you can invest. You know, you don't have, you know, your cars are paid for. You don't have to worry about any of those things. You know, you're just basically able to focus on the, you know, of course, most of us have to work, you know, but work becomes a lot less stressful when you don't have to worry about debt. You know, worried about paycheck to paycheck and all this other stuff. So it frees you up. And that's an investment in yourself. By worrying about your finances and investing the time and the knowledge, which oftentimes comes from some of those books and other people's experiences who you have that you walk across in this life, it adds to your experience because there's certain things that you don't know just straight up. I mean, things just don't fall out the sky. Certain things you have to experience, and sometimes you have to glean some of that experience off of somebody else. And sometimes, like I said, it's in person by having experiences with people. And sometimes, you know, I mean, you run into these people and you're like, damn, this person really got this stuff together. And oftentimes people will share their experiences with you. They'll tell you how they got through it. It's just up to you whether to apply it. In the books, same thing. It's in these books, you know, you have financial issues, hey, this is what you need to do. That's an investment in yourself. Because like I said, when you get that aside, when you're able to understand your finances and start actively fixing your finances, you have time to do those other things. You have time for more self-care because you're not worried about that aspect of your life. It's an important aspect of your life, believe it or not. It's a very important aspect of your life. And material things are not the goal. It's okay to have. I enjoy the things I have. I really do. I work hard for the things I have. But that's not the goal. The goal is for me to put myself in a position where I can experience peace. Even in the midst of everything in the world is going crazy around you, in my part of the world, I want to be able to experience peace. Again, if you like material things, hey, that is fine. But again, invest in something that's intangible. Think about things that will add to your life. Material things are good, but they're very temporary. You look at some of the things you have, and when you first bought it, you're thinking, "Oh man, I'm gonna love this thing," and it turns out, yeah, it's all right, it's cool, but then it's on to the next thing, oftentimes, or that thing become boring, or you just get used to it, and so it loses all that little fire that you had. You have to be deeper than that. You have to invest in things that's going to add directly to you, what's going to enhance you. That's what you want to do. Investing in you pays big returns. It pays huge returns over the long course of your life. It does. You invest in your health. You eat right. You're active. You go. You may go to the gym. You may be. You may walk. You may do something. I don't know. Whatever it is to keep your body in good shape. That pays dividends down the road. Those have high returns down the road. Investing in your mind, your career, your education. Those things add to you. And again, when I say education, it doesn't have to be formal. The world is a school. You learn through life experiences. And as you're learning through these experiences, learn to apply these so you can have things that you can enjoy and experiences that you can enjoy. For me personally, my experiences far outweigh anything I ever own. Far outweigh everything I own. I like to travel. I like to, I like to be around the people. If I'm going to different countries, different cities, I like to be around the people. I want to enjoy the food. I want to enjoy the culture. I want to enjoy everything. It enriches me because it gives me, first of all, it tells me the things that I don't know. When I visit a different area of this country, when I visit, especially when I visit foreign countries, it tells me what I don't know. I learn because I'm in their house now. And it adds to my experiences because the things that I thought was universal, most people don't. And most people don't. People, they have a different way of thinking. They have a different way of doing things. They have a different understanding of doing things. They have a better understanding of doing things. Living a more fulfilling life. And I learn. I really do. It adds to my experiences when it comes to people and understanding how things work. Even on a basic level, knowing how to go to a different country and get visas and go from one part of a country to another part of the country, how to navigate through airports in various countries, getting your visas, like I said, having your passport, be able to go to different parts of that country. All that stuff adds to your overall experiences. Because you feel like, okay, if I can do this, if I can walk this earth unbothered, I can do anything. I enjoy travel. That's one of my things. I enjoy experiences. I enjoy experiencing the world. I like seeking things that I don't know. I'm curious in that way, and it adds to me. Now, like I said, material things are cool, but those aren't investments that's going to pay off in the long run. Okay, do things that's going to help you, short term and long term. Like I said, take care of yourself. Get your finances together. Prepare for that old person that you're going to be down the road. Make sure that person's going to be good. That's a totally different video. But make sure, but like I said, what you do now is going to pay dividends in the future. Think about that. Whenever decision that you make, wherever you choose to go in this life, whatever you choose to do, think about how that's going to pay off down the road. Because even if you invest something negative, you're abusing your body, you're allowing all these people in your circle, so they're giving you conflict, and your family, your friends, people, your job, all this stuff is constantly pounding on you. What do you think that's going to do down the road? You have to think in that way. What is going on here? What is the thing that I'm doing now? Does it serve me? Is it in my best interest to do? And if it's not, then you need to stop doing that and find something that's going to enhance your life, that's going to make it better. I don't care where you are at, and I don't care how small the growth is or the move is in the other direction. Make a move. Don't sit where you're at. Even if you're investing a little bit a day, it pays off in the long run. You'll be better off than that person who decides to sit or basically go backwards in terms of their progress. Some people are happy sitting where they're at. Some people are happy in misery, believe it or not. Because again, I've had people in my life who I have given great advice for. And it has nothing to do with me benefiting from it, other than the fact that I would be happy because they're in a better situation. But those people, despite all the good intentions I may have, that person has to be willing to do it. Be able to take my advice, and be able to apply it. And I've had it, and it's their choice, but I've had people, basically not take my advice, and then their life either stayed the same or it got worse. That's on them. But some people are content being that way. I'm saying that if you invest in yourself, I don't care how little it is in your mind, what you think it is, well, that's not enough. Trust me, over a course of time, if you constantly keep investing in yourself, you'll be surprised how great a return you will have immediately and even more so down the road. All that adds up. I'm telling you, when I was younger, I was thinking I would never be in a place where I really am like at peace and I'm really like killing this life thing. I'm really like, oh man, I'm really happy with my life. There was a part of my life where I was thinking, damn, it's always going to be a grind. It's always going to be tough. It's always going to be I'm never going to be able to sit in peace. But those little things that I did, those experiences that I had, my willingness to invest in myself, my ability to take risks, it paid off. I see now those things that I thought was really small turned out to be a big thing. Be it saving a little bit of money, be it eat some of the right foods, going out exercising, cutting back on who's in my social circle, reading a little something that is that's nourishment to the mind, letting go of certain things, no matter how small it was. And then over time, along the way you get some bigger stuff that you learn, but along the way it adds up, and you will be amazed where you are down the road as opposed to where you were. And then you look at some of the people who were around you at the time, and I'm telling you, those people, a lot of people don't want to grow. A lot of people just want to survive. They don't want to thrive in this life. You look at your people, look at the people around you, and look at how they're living, where there is so much more that they could be doing. And I'm not saying everybody has to be, you know, a CEO or a master musician or a great athlete or a great financial guru. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying maximize who you are. Maximize who you are in this life. Whatever that is, whatever you have in you, whatever gifts you have in you, you maximize it and you invest all your resources into that development and quit putting material things over personal investment in yourself. So with that being said, I hope you guys got something from this video. Please comment, share, subscribe. I want you guys to interact. I really love your comment. I really would love your comments. But yeah, so do those things. Invest in yourself, no matter how small it is. Pursue your peace if you're not at peace. Let's get it.